Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out redzonecoins.com for cheap and fast coins. You can use code ZERK for 10% off at checkout. Get 1,000,000 coins for $45.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Now, before we get into the video, guys, I do want to mention that I'm currently running a giveaway over on Twitter. It will be at the top of the description. I want to let you guys know about this. Also, I am currently running a giveaway, another copy of Madden 21 over on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me over on Instagram, it is the same as my Twitter, at Zirksee. Follow me over there. Follow me over on Twitter. All you guys have to do is retweet this tweet right here. Follow myself, Red Zone, and of course Guns Nasty. And every 1,000 retweets on that tweet is going to be another $100 copy. Now, of course, it does end August 19th, and I'll make sure to remind you guys. I'll be quote tweeting it, retweeting it, everything over there on Twitter. So if you don't follow me over there, make sure you guys follow me. Turn notifications on as Twitter as well, and make sure you guys have notifications on over here. Links in the description. Let's get in the video. What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we have more XFactor players revealed for Madden 21, and as I predicted, they actually did combine the wide receivers and the tight ends. Before we go any farther, I do want to give a shout out to Lost Key Gaming for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. Also, guys, let me know down below who you think maybe was snubbed from these X Factors. I personally think there's been a lot of players that were snubbed from getting X Factors, but we have wide receivers and tight ends, so let's get right into it. So starting off the list, we have Adam Thielen, which I have to say, pretty excited to see Thielen actually get an X Factor. Definitely makes the Vikings team a little bit better to use, having a beastly wide receiver like Thielen with double me. So Adam Thielen's vice-like hands and exceptional physicality make him dominant from any alignment. When he enters the zone, Thielen's double me ability increases his success rate on aggressive catches against single coverage. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot more players with just him, but zone, when aggressive catches versus single coverage, you guys already know double me is definitely, in my opinion, the best wide receiver X Factor in Madden 20, aside from Moss, because Moss is just ridiculous. But with a double me, it's almost a guaranteed aggressive catch. Trigger, of course, you have to get 2 receptions of 20 plus yards in air. Now, of course, to knock them out of the zone, all you have to have is 1 drop, incompletion, or 3 consecutive non-targets. So is what it is there. But as you guys see, there's a lot of players that actually have this available, including Adam Thielen, of course, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, which, yes, that looks absolutely insane, him in the Cardinals uniform there. And then there's even more players. Of course, we have Travis Kelce, which is the first tight end X Factor you guys can see here, Mike Evans, and Julio Jones. So all of these players, I think, are pretty deserving of the double me X Factor. All really good jump ball, all really good aggressive catch type receivers, you would think, especially Julio Jones, Mike Evans. Of any of these wide receivers, I am very excited, honestly, to see. Probably the biggest surprise, I guess, for double me. Like, I just thought if there's going to be any wide receiver that would get snubbed from an ability out of this exact list right here, it probably would have been Adam Thielen. So good to see him get that, and Travis Kelce also has double me. Now, next up, of course, you guys should know this by now, I, of course, am a Dallas Cowboys fan. Amari Cooper did get himself an X Factor. Very excited. Not excited, though, about his actual ability, which is max security. So, a master at getting open, Cooper can throttle down and cut on a dime with ease. A sure-handed receiver like Cooper is a quarterback's best friend. When he enters the zone, this ability increases success rate and decreases knockout chance on possession catches. I'm not a big fan, honestly, of max security. Definitely one of the more boring abilities to me. I would have much rather Cooper had double me. But of course, to just trigger this, all you have to do is get 4 consecutive completions to knock him out. It's the same thing, 1 drop, 1 incompletion, or 3 consecutive non-targets. Now, other players that also have got this include Keenan Allen and Michael Thomas, which, to be honest with you, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. For Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas, and Amari Cooper to all be grouped together. I believe that is it, though. So just these 3 wide receivers specifically have max security, but in terms of how good is the actual ability, not a big fan. Now, next up, though, we have George Kittle. Obviously, Kittle had to get himself an X Factor. As you guys can see, Kittle was an absolute monster after the catch and a force in the blocking game. The best physical receivers don't just come down with the ball, they carry it home. When Kittle enters the zone, he is nearly guaranteed to break his first post-catch tackle. So the way that I see this is it's probably going to play the same as, say, Freight Train just after the catch. So is this good? Is this going to be overpowered? I really don't know if it's going to be OP, but let me know down below right now, right? Would you guys rather go with Yak 'em Up, or would you rather go with a double me? Because this is a serious question here. Because if it is one-on-one coverage, let's say you like players to go on post routes or slants, whatever. If he just breaks that first tackle on someone like Tyreek Hill, an Ultimate Team, if this is available on everyone, maybe there's going to be certain thresholds you have to hit to even get Yak 'em Up, like certain break tackle. Man, I honestly might think about going with Yak 'em Up over double me, depending on the wide receiver. There's going to be some wide receivers that maybe have it that, of course, are bigger, they're stronger, they're not as fast, so maybe you'd still want to go with double me, but Yak 'em Up on a tight end does not sound too bad. Now, in order to trigger this, though, you have to get 3 20-plus yard receptions, and then, of course, knockout is the same exact thing, and you never guess it, the only person this is on is George Kittle. Now, speaking of those faster wide receivers, of course, Tyreek Hill got himself an X Factor as well. So, hands down, the fastest wide receiver in the NFL when the ball in his hands, Hill can outrun literally everyone. Very true. When he enters the zone, Hill's rack 'em up ability increases his success rate on rack catches against single coverage. Now, to be honest with you guys, kind of similar to max possession or max security, I'm not a big fan of rack 'em up, to be completely honest, because it doesn't really make a whole, like, it makes a decent amount of success here, like it increases the success rate on rack catching and single coverage, but at the same time, if you're using a player like Tyreek Hill, more than likely he's just going to be open. Like if you're going for the rack catch, he's probably going to be able to catch it. I just don't really think that it's like super OP or really overpowered at all. Like, I think that most people would agree with me here that double me is much better. Yak 'em Up sounds way better as well. Per usual, to trigger it, you need 3 receptions of 20-plus yards, and the knockout is the same exact thing. 1 drop, incompletion, or 3 consecutive non-targets. Now, this is actually only on 2 wide receivers, of course, Tyreek Hill and Buffalo Bills' new wide receiver, Stephon Diggs. We have a decent amount of new players today that got revealed with the X Factors for wide receivers. Not that many tight ends, as you guys would expect. Now, I will say I'm a little bit surprised to see that at least they only revealed today 2 tight ends total. I kind of thought we'd see maybe a 3rd tight end for X Factor players. I'm not going to lie. We only have George Kittle and Travis Kelce, which, to be completely honest, I think if any 2 tight ends were going to get X Factors, I guess it definitely would be those 2. But let me know down below if you guys think there's maybe a 3rd tight end that got snubbed. I feel like some people may say they could have done Zach Ertz again. Darren Waller potentially could have been in here. Like, there's a lot of different tight ends I feel like they could have gave X Factors to just to spice it up a little bit. And instead, we only have 2 tight ends with abilities. But in terms of actual wide receivers, I think they did a pretty good job with their list. We got in total Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. We also got ourselves Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen. We got George Kittle for tight end 2, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. We also got ourselves Devontae Adams, Adam Thielen, and Amari Cooper. Is there a wide receiver off the top of your head right now that you guys are thinking they got snubbed? I don't know if he got snubbed necessarily because he just had like his first really, really good season. But I feel like Dolphins fans, Devontae Parker, had a really, really good season, led the league. I think he led the AFC in receiving yards, I want to say. Like, Devontae Parker had an absolute stud season. And as far as I can remember, so far, they haven't revealed a single Dolphins player that actually has an X Factor. So I feel like if there was going to be any Dolphins player that could get one, aside from maybe Byron Jones, which obviously haven't revealed cornerbacks yet, or Xavier Howard, then Devontae Parker could have slid into here as a wide receiver, but he had like his first really, really good season. And something that's kind of interesting to me, and I mean, I didn't really expect it to be this many players, but of course with the double knee, there are so many players that actually have this. I mean, we're talking 6 total receivers. I say receivers because also tight ends. So 5 receivers and 1 tight end that have double knee. Is this like too much of double knee? Do you think they should have implemented a new ability or maybe gave one of these guys a different ability here? Let me know down below, but at the same time, I feel like all these players, they're all really well known for their contested catches, their aggressive catches, really. Maybe Davante Adams you could switch around because I feel like D-Hop, Thielen, Julio, Mike Evans, those are guys that are consistently known for being just contested catch monsters. Davante Adams can still do that, but I feel like a lot of people also know him for his route running, so maybe you could have slid him, rack him up, and I don't think that many people would have complained about that. But with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I believe, honestly, my guess here for the next thing they're going to reveal, because now I believe we are done offensively. We have our quarterbacks, we have our running backs, we have our wide receivers, and also our tight ends. I think tomorrow we're more than likely either going to get coverage linebackers or maybe just coverage abilities in general, because we do have the pass rushers now. Maybe they'll give us the outside linebackers, middle linebackers, and the secondary as well, because tomorrow is actually the 31st, which I believe is the final day they were supposed to do this. So we may just get the coverage and just get a ton of players tomorrow to go over. So that being said, guys, hope you did enjoy the video. See you guys next time.